Welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am your host, Suzie Hunter. We've got Tiff producing today. You don't have a mic? Ah, son of a bitch. All right, so Tiff, this is like the second time we've moved studios today. It's like a whole thing. We have a lot going on, which is like really great, but it's great. It's nothing but great. And we have a great little show for you. We're going to keep it chill. It's going to be a tight 45, as we like to call it. But we've got postseason baseball coming up. Well, coming up. Some of it's happening right now. And, of course, we have some really cool end-of-season accomplishments to talk about with one Rockies player in particular. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for hanging with us during the off season. We've got some good stuff coming your way. I feel like I've got like this good fan going my way too. Like I'm Beyonce. We're doing it. We're leaning. What? I do need my vacation hat. No, it's okay. I won't put it on because my hair is too good right now. You guys came into this podcast to talk about my hair, right? Not to talk about baseball? No, we'll talk about some baseball. We'll talk about some Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones finishes this season as NL Player of the Week and NL Rookie of the Month. Now, that's not just October. That includes September, okay? But yeah, Nolan Jones, so excited for him. He was absolutely popping off, especially these last few weeks of the season. He got so much attention for it, and now he is being recognized for it. But listen, Nolan Jones, closing out the season with 2 awards. The other thing, I mean, Jeff Passan actually tweeted about how solid of a rookie class this is this year. Like, if it wasn't for Corbin Carroll, my gosh, Nolan Jones could have been a Rookie of the Year contender. But that's fun. It's fun. We love that for Nolan Jones. I have like all these Nolan Jones interviews that we have to air at some point that we will not have for today's show, but we'll have them for maybe tomorrow's show. It's only Tuesday. My gosh, I'm like so wiped out from this season. I have no clue what day of the week it is. All right, let's, what else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Sean Bouchard. Sean Bouchard also had such an incredible finale to his season. And of course, that was a season that was very much marked by one injury in particular, that torn bicep. Horrible, horrible injury. So great that he was able to make it back by the end of the season, got a handful of at-bats. But the way he closed out the season with 4 home runs in 5 games. Absolutely incredible for him. But he's going to keep the momentum going, playing some winter ball in Hermasillo. But we have some sound from him talking about his end of season and his future plans. But Tiff, are we ready to play that? Okay, here is Sean Bouchard on what the off season is going to look like for him. You've hit 4 home runs in the past 5 games. Yep. How big is it to close out a season with that kind of power?
Yeah, no, it feels good. It's funny, like the results obviously are nice to have that at the end of the year, but I'm more happy and I guess content with where I kind of finished up with, the process and the preparation that I was having the last few weeks. I've been telling everyone, like, I had, 40 at-bats. Like, it just as easily could have gone the other way, and not finished well. But again, with 40 at-bats and, like, such a small sample, it's hard to really get caught up in the results of either one of them, for better or for worse, really. But obviously it helps when it's on the better side. So it feels good. Feels good to obviously get back out there, play, have a little bit of success, and hopefully roll that into winter ball.
Yeah, I mean, especially too coming off of such an awful injury too, where it just kept you down for most of the season.
Yep.
It's a big, strong finish though.
Yeah, no, exactly. It feels good. And a lot of emotions, going through my head right now, but definitely happy with how things finished up.
And you mentioned you're playing some winter ball. We've heard about it. Tell us about your off-season plans.
Yeah, so again, obviously with how much time I've missed this year, important for me to just go get as many at-bats and play as many games as I kind of can. And, it'll be a good experience. There'll be a lot of learning to do down there. I'll be down in Hermasillo, Mexico. And, like I said, just go keep playing, have fun. I don't really want this feeling to kind of end with, obviously, today. So I'm excited. It should be good.
Well, we're excited for you, Sean. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you, Suzie.
Best of luck to Sean Bouchard down in Mexico as he keeps that really good momentum moving through the offseason. Vinny Castilla is a legend down there, by the way, in Hermasillo. He'll be down there, too. Eric Simmons, though, in the chat. Nolan Jones is going to be an all-star. Mark it down. Yeah, duh. What a hot take. No, that's a great take, Eric. He is going to be an all-star. At some point. Very exciting to see. Yeah, this has been our treat this whole season, is getting to see all of this incredible young talent. Let's talk about the state of how we're broadcasting Rockies games, by the way. The RSN mess that so many markets are facing right now. Denver's one of them. AT&T Sportsnet Rocky Mountain has officially shut down. They are off the air as of today. So, yeah, super sad situation, of course. That also just leaves so many questions for how are we going to watch Rockies games next season? Where will they be? Will they be on a TV channel? Will they be streaming only? We have so many questions, so many variables up in the air. But it was so sad yesterday seeing all of the AT&T Sportsnet people, all the crew, all of the on-air talent, all posting their end-of-season goodbyes, because there's this extra layer of, will this team ever be broadcasting together again? What is it all going to look like for them? What's it going to look like for fans? So many questions. We have no answers yet. We have no answers. But yeah. Very strange, though, that the station that's been broadcasting the Rockies for such a long time is just totally off air right now. So strange to see. You know what's on air right now? Right now, we have some postseason baseball happening. There are 4 games scheduled for today, by the way. We have, right now, Rangers versus Rays. I think the Rangers are up in that. We're in a commercial right now. I have, like, a whole other screen right here, just like ready to watch these games. But we'll get into who from the Rockies is making who from the Rockies, or let's start this sentence over. Which former players who've played for the Rockies are in the postseason? There's a good handful, and some of them are playing right now. And, of course, we have Rays versus Texas right now. The Rangers. Rays versus Rangers. Raimel Tapia has been up with the Rays for a while. That's been pretty kind of random. Right? Robert Stevenson, Jeff Hoffman, Garrett Hampson. Can't forget about Garrett Hampson. John Gray, of course, but he's on the injured list right now. So I don't think we'll see him during this round of playoffs. That's what I've heard, at least. Tiff, how are you doing over there?
Good. How are you?
I'm so good. We do have a couple of comments. We love comments. Mary 3/4 of the way to Christmas. Oh my gosh. That means we are 3/4 of the way to my birthday. My birthday is a few days before Christmas. I do take gifts. I accept cash gifts, so thank you. Listen, I've got these games on right now. There's so many baseball games happening today. You can watch all of them with Fubo TV. That is the best way to catch the most sports for the lowest cost, especially here in Colorado. But they've got more than 140 live channels of sports, shows, movies, and news. You can stream from any device. I'm doing that literally right now on my phone with this Rangers-Rays game on right now. You can start watching right away for no money with a free trial. There's no contract. There's no cable. There's no hassle. You can just sign up and start watching right away. And you can start recording right away, too, with your 1,000 hours of cloud DVR included at no extra charge. The best part is I travel a lot, so I love that I can watch my local teams while I'm traveling. I got baseball going right now. You're going to be able to watch college football, NFL, the Ryder Cup. They've got it all. And again, this is the least expensive way to get the most Colorado teams on your TV. Fubo TV. Watch all of your favorite college football and NFL with Fubo. Go to www.fubotv.com/DNVR to sign up and get 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro. Again, that's FuboTV.com/DNVR. Get that 15% off, guys. And I will mention, if you're a diehard here at the DNVR bar, you get 15% off your whole bill. We're open right now for lunch, you guys. Like, you could be watching all this postseason baseball. So good. So freaking good. Guys, we have such a busy day going on here at DNVR. We have so many wild things happening. Let's get back into what the postseason is looking like right now. Because again, I've mentioned let's look at this. We've got Rangers and Rays right now. I've mentioned this before. We've got Blue Jays versus the Twins starting very soon. D-backs and Brewers are playing each other today. And we've got the Marlins and the Phillies. The Marlins team, of course, will have Garrett Hampson. Garrett Hampson signed with Miami as a free agent in December 2022, right before the new year. He has been up and down all season, but he's been up with the Marlins since August 23rd, since before the rosters expanded. So there's a chance we see him. 222 at-bats with the Marlins this season. Our speedy leg boy, Garrett Hampson. Best of luck to him in the postseason. Who else do we have? Jeff Hoffman. Remember Jeff Hoffman? Jeff Hoffman is with the Phillies. He, of course, did not pitch his best when he was with the Rockies. He, of course, came over to Colorado in the Tulo trade back in 2015. But he signed with the Phillies as a free agent. We mentioned that whole story where he put on a workout for teams to come watch him, for scouts to come watch him, and everyone but the Rockies was invited. That was a thing that really happened before spring training started. But yeah, he signed with the Phillies as a free agent on March 31st after the Twins dropped him. So he's part of the postseason. Some other faces that we'll see in the postseason. Raimel Tapia with the Rays again. Raimel Tapia. He was actually added back to the roster 10 days ago after Brandon Lau hit the injured list. So when I was down in Tampa, I learned how the reporters and media and like other people, other fans, how they remember Brandon Lau versus Josh Lowe. Because they're spelled the same way, but they're pronounced differently. They remember Brandon Lau because it rhymes with ow, and Brandon Lau is injured more. It's like, that is brutal, but honestly, like, that's a great way to remember it. And unfortunately, he is injured again. Semi-related. So right now, Josh and Nathaniel Lowe, they're both playing against each other in this Rangers-Rays game. They were asked by reporters if their mom would be there for, the two kids playing against each other. And Josh Lowe announced to reporters that actually his mother is battling cancer right now. So she won't be able to make it. She's going through treatment right now. So, of course, that's such a sad way for us to find out that, these players are going through something so sad and so stressful for them. But I liked the way that Josh worded this. He said, "How often do you get a chance to see your two sons play in Major League playoff games? But this is a situation that I could see happening for many years to come. So I told them, if you guys don't come this time, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of years ahead where we can have this happen." That's very sweet. And also, he's not wrong. They're both great players. They're with really good teams. But that is that is some stuff happening with the Rays right now. Robert Stevenson, also with the Rays. So he started the season with the Pirates, was traded to the Rays on June 2nd. And this story is so wild to me. Apparently, since leaving the Rockies, he's become a better pitcher. Who would have thought? But per MLB.com's Adam Berry, Robert Stevenson had always wanted to throw his slider harder because that is his, bread and butter pitch, but he could never figure out how to make it work. But then the Rays pitching coach Kyle Snyder, an absolute legend when it comes to pitching coaches, a few weeks ago, a few weeks into his time with Tampa, he had a conversation with him, and something that Kyle Snyder said to him clicked. And later on that day, like mentally and mechanically, was able to adjust that pitch. It was a really quick fix. Something he said made sense, and it worked. So he's throwing his slider harder than ever. I'm sure we will see him appear in some games at some point. Who else do we have in this postseason who used to be a Rocky? Miguel Castro, who pitched a couple of seasons a million years ago, it seems like, with the Rockies. He's with the D-backs now. He's still with the D-backs. So good luck to him. We got some familiar faces in these playoffs, and that's one way we can look at it. Or you can be like Susie's friend Steph and just pick another team. She'll be watching the Brewers. She definitely will be. I'll be watching all these games through my Shady Rays because that is the gear that is built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered for the warm weather ahead with premium polarized shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that is just as good as any of the big, expensive designer pairs I have splurged on. Durable frames, extremely clear optics. Your haters won't even know what to do with you. And that's not all. Shady Rays has the best protection program. You could lose or break them day one, and guess what? They are sending you a brand new pair, no questions asked, which is great insurance for me, a person who loves to lose her sunglasses. You can shop online, or you can shop the entire collection at their newest location at the Park Meadows Mall. Full stop shop for all things Shady Rays. And if you don't love your pair, return them in 30 days or exchange them within 30 days. They have your back. So you guys know the deal. You're going to shadyrays.com and using code DNVR for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. So try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by more than 250,000 people. And you know who's got all the stars in the world? If you're seeing stars because you just got injured in a cartoon way, like an anvil fell on you, Backus & Schenker is here to help. Backus & Schenker wins for Colorado families, and they have been helping those seriously injured in Colorado for more than 25 years. It's totally free until they win money in your case, so you can call them up right now at 222-2222. Backus & Schenker. And you can find out if you have a case, find out if they can work with you. They'll talk to you, they'll consult with you for free, but you're not paying a dime until they actually win you money in your case. Huge. They've done it to the tune of more than $1 billion for their clients here in Colorado. Backus & Schenker helps with all kinds of injury cases where you weren't at fault. So call them up at 222-222-222-222-222 and find out if you have a case for free because Backus & Schenker wins. All right, we've got some baseball headlines. Joey Votto was ejected from the last game of the season for the Reds, and everyone's kind of freaking out because it could have been his last game. Of course, he is like pushing 40. So our days watching Joey Votto and how delightful he is are truly numbered. But apparently, according to MLB trade rumors, Joey Votto's still not sure what he's going to do next season. So that might not have been his last at-bat. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Yeah. Joey Votto, a gem in this game for sure. Some other MLB news. Pablo Lopez, pitcher for the Twins, showed up wearing a Johan Santana jersey ahead of his biggest start yet. He'll be starting for the Twins in just a couple of minutes. That game is really soon. So let's see. I've got this Rays game on. Oh, the Rays are wearing the vintage Devil Rays. Well, the faux vintage Devil Rays jerseys. That's pretty wild. And the guy from Oppenheimer is pitching. No, Tyler Glasnow, who looks like the guy from Oppenheimer. Do you know what I'm talking about, Tiff? Yeah, she does. They look just alike. They look exactly alike. But yeah, the Rangers are up 1-0 right now in this game. It is the top of the fourth. One man on. Ooh. And someone for the Rangers just hit a single, but I'm watching on the World's... Oh, it was Heim. It was Jonah Heim. Jonah Heim, who has a daughter and didn't name her Anna. Could have been Anaheim. No, you can't bring those vibes into your child's life. The Anaheim Angels are a disaster. Yeah, so lots of really fun postseason stuff going on. I'm wondering what the over-under is on how many Taylor Swift references are going to end up in the Phillies broadcast because, of course, she is from Philly. And, of course, the whole sports world has not shut up about Taylor Swift, whether they love her or they hate her. They were talking about it on the Broncos show earlier. Like, Taylor Swift is living rent-free in everyone's heads right now. I mean, it has gotten a little out of hand. Like the NFL changing like their header picture. Yeah, on Twitter, they changed it to Taylor Swift and like their bios are all like Taylor Swift references. I'm like, okay, NFL, act like y'all have seen a celebrity before. No, an intern is not running the account. No, the interns do not have that much power. The NFL is what drives our nation's economy this time of year, especially. There's no way an intern is right. Like a person with actual power made that decision to do that on their Twitter. I can't even change our Twitter header without getting shut down. Everything I offer gets shut down because my ideas are terrible. Yeah, they are. They do be pretty terrible. Where are we at timing wise on this show? This has been a quick show. Let's talk about some of the comments. Oh, we've got Joe watching from Albuquerque. Eric Simmons asked, should Bud Black be back as the Rockies manager next year? That is a really, really good question, and I'm glad you asked that. Let's talk about some real baseball stuff, shall we? Let's. Bud Black. So Bud Black, I mean, this is something that like a couple of reporters have talked about, but he looked kind of emotional the past few days, like more so than a normal end of season. So I do wonder if something is going to happen. But I kind of hope not. I mean, these haven't been good seasons, but at the same time, the Rockies have had a lot going against them. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. So Eric, that's really where I'm landing here. We've also got the question, who do you think will be in the World Series? I am thinking, okay, I've actually been thinking so much about what could be like the worst World Series matchup. One of the worst matchups among the teams that are in it right now. Imagine if it was a Phillies-Orioles World Series. Like that would be so mid-Atlantic centric to extremely random markets. Could you imagine a Phillies-Orioles World Series? Those cities are an hour and a half, 2 hours tops away from each other. That would be absolute chaos. Another one of those could be possible. Imagine if we saw an Atlanta Braves, Tampa Bay Rays. Like those are also two teams that are pretty close to each other. Those would be, I think, the worst matchups we could possibly see in terms of Just, yeah. Those would be the worst. I think we're going to see the Phillies in the World Series again. I really think we could see... Actually, you know what? I thought I could see a Phillies-Astros matchup again, but I don't think the Astros are going to do it. I don't know. There's too much. They have too much going on. Oh, and also, Joe, thank you for saying great job on the season. That's very nice of you. Thanks, Joe. I think that's the Joe that I know in Albuquerque. So if it is, hi, Joe. Yeah, what a postseason we're having. What a Broncos season we're having, though, because it's still Broncos country, pale ale season, and that is the pint that we're still doing a deal on. We're extending September a little bit. It's still $6 here at the DNVR bar. It's a new recipe, so if you've tried it in the past and you weren't totally in love with it, couldn't imagine. But it's a slightly new recipe. They tweaked it a little bit. I think it's so good. It's been flying out of the kegs here at the bar, but there's no better way to catch a game. Whether you're watching the Broncos, it pairs nicely with baseball too, okay, with fall baseball. But there's no better way to catch a game than with a Breck in your hand. They've been doing it for 33 years. It all comes down to their love and passion for making really good beer. And it's made with 100% renewable energy, too. And they've got a brew for all the sports, all the occasions. They also, our friends at Breckenridge Brewery have a Broncos watch party on October 12th at their Littleton farmhouse location. Beautiful location. We've done so many events there. We love it there. But check out breckbrew.com. Hop into the beer locator. Find a 6-pack near you. But yeah, that's breckbrew.com. Or come on in and chug them here like we like to do. All right. Anything else we need to get into? It's still 1-0. Still 1-0 Rangers right now. They got some traffic, but did not do anything with that 4th inning traffic they had going on. We shall see. We shall see. We're going to see about coming back here tomorrow, doing the same thing. I think we've got the Avs up next. Whatchamacallit? The Buff Show just started too. Who's their guest? They have a guest. RJ Young is their guest, so you can pop in and watch that right now as this show's wrapping up. We got the Avs coming in. They're all waiting for the studio, and I'm hogging it. This was maybe the fastest show of the season so far. But listen, we're going to be on DNVR_Rockies, keeping track of all of the... We're going to make all of the postseason baseball stuff about us. So tune in, watch us there. We still got so much to talk about. We still have so much to break down and just really think about following this Rocky season. You can follow Tiff at Tiff_Tano, or is it Tiffany_Tano? Yep. It's one of those. The last one? Yep. The latter. So that's where you can follow Tiff. You can follow me at the Suzie Hunter on all platforms. And Tiff, you know what I like to say about what Bud Black likes to say about closing out a podcast? He says, fuck it, we ball. I will talk to you guys tomorrow here on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel. Have a good one.